Do not underestimate the ability to decipher what is going to be something that helps you capture more of your essence. This is of utmost importance and urgency to be able to capture you. What is more important than this in this life? Because the thing is, if you are more you, if you're able to be more in your essence, this improves the lives of everyone around you. Not just you, but everyone that you come into contact with. And this is missing really in most day-to-day life, because people put themselves at the bottom of the barrel. Oh, I have to do this for my family, I have to do this for my kids, I have to do this for my job, what about you? Remember, you are also here to be able to adapt to things in life. And if you're always so inundated with everyone else's stuff, you're always just bouncing around you. When do you ever get to take time for you? You could do it. It could have time for you, glimpses here and there, but it's really important to put yourself front and center. And it's not in a selfish way, okay? We still obviously have these things that we have to do in this world. Be a parent, be working in a job, we are having to get groceries. Like, these things are things that we have to do, right? But don't lose yourself within these things, because if you're in your full expression capacity and knowing, doing, being, what do you think this does for others? It kind of looks like an atom. It's like your soul atom, same, similar things. What do you think happens? If you're expansive, other people you come into contact with will also become more expansive, because they'll become curious. Hey, what is this person doing, and why are they so vibrant? What are they doing? And it's through knowing yourself, being yourself, doing things for you that reflect for others. It's like holding up a mirror. And if you're doing things that work for you, say maybe it's like having your mornings to yourself if you can. Obviously there's seasons in life where you can't do all of these things all the time, but what snippet can you have? My last video was about opening a window, and this is again the same. It's the window to you, the window to your soul, the window to your being. What micro moments can you take through the day to be able to connect with this? It's utmost importance, because your window, others can see also into your window. And if it's cloudy, if it's dark, if it's got, say, like tint on it, you know, the tint that they have on cars, or like a frosted glass, obviously they can't see in, which is okay, and this may feel protective for you. But actually, if your window is wide open, everyone can see you for your full expression of you being you. What do you think this does? Put in the comments, what do you think it does? Because the thing is, it sounds like it's being selfish if you have walls up, if you're doing things for other people, if you're not doing other things for other people. But the thing is, you're still doing these things. You're just putting yourself up front and center, which is really important. This removes the frosting, because you're frosting yourself out. It brings this openness where people can see in, and it's not something shameful or something to hide from. It's you being you. What's bad about that? Unless you don't feel comfortable. And this is where a lot of people do get stuck, because they're either one, not certain who the true them is, beneath all of the badness, chaos, outside their labels of even just their name being mom, dad, I'm a doctor, all these things. If you're not comfortable with that, then of course the glass will always be frosted, and it'll be hard to be able to transition to doing things that support you. But just try. There's things that you will connect with, and you'll know this throughout life, but you maybe block yourself off from it because of all these responsibilities or things that you feel like you have to do, you must do. You are also important. You also are here to be part of life. And if you're not being you, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because we all have this one life to enjoy, to be us, whatever that might be. And we have to do things to be able to understand what that is. So other reasons why this might happen, maybe why you cut off from yourself with the frosted glass, maybe there was like some trauma that made you put up these walls and boundaries. And so boundaries are good, but if they're doing it in a way that is protecting you, but it's actually closing you off entirely, because good boundaries, they don't allow certain behaviors to happen, but also it can close you off because you're like, I'm not accepting of this. But some things within the boundaries that you've created may actually be useful for you in the future. But if you're like, no, I don't accept it, then how is that ever gonna find you? It's good to know what you accept and what you don't accept, right? But it's always important to reassess, because the boundary you may have been when you're in a certain mindset or state of understanding. And this evolves with time, right? And the way you're affected by what happened or what a certain person was doing to you, your relationship to it may have changed. So even though it's something that used to irritate and aggravate you, because maybe you've had a boundary up for a while, and sometimes we need this, right? We need to protect ourselves, our energy, our space, our field, because this is what emanates and seeps out to others. We need to protect ourselves. But if it's protection in the way that's blocking things, is that good protection? Like forever? Because it makes you closed off to a lot of experiences. And we shift over time, right? Our mindset can change, how we relate to a situation can change. And if you've done the work, the true inner work to be able to reflect on situations, maybe this actually doesn't even affect you how it used to. So we can take this down bit by bit and still stay resilient in ourselves. It's when we're like more resilient in us that we don't need this big layer of protection anymore. Because things may come that are annoying, like these situations that used to really get to you, but you kind of learn to just let it roll off your back and pass through, because you're being the most you ever. You're not letting what this person does or this situation, whatever this may be, hold you back anymore. You are you, and if that's what that person wants to do, I mean, not cool, but it's not going to affect me, because why would it? I am strong in my approach of this life, of me. I'm holding myself to my own standards. So it makes you more open, but also closed. It's kind of this juxtaposition, because it's like you're so open, but you're so strong in how you are as a person in your being, that actually, even if the worst thing, obviously there's things that happen in life that are really hard and sad, and that's a part of being human, right? It's like, you don't want to be emotionless. Of course these things happen, and this is part of us experiencing this life, to feel hurt and pain and sadness and joy. There's just so many array of emotions. But because we have this thing, this built up sense of self, we know that we're able to deal with anything. It's kind of this resilience piece that you build up by doing this. And it's not always easy in this day and age, right? There's so many things that demand our attention, but what's important to you? It's always important to reflect on this. And it's important to know that whatever you have for you is also important too, okay? And yes, there may be seasons where you can't always do the things that are for you, right? And that's okay. It's okay. Because the thing is, if you have this sense of you, you know that this is just also something that's passing through. And we can enjoy it, right? Or we can still reflect on it. We can be in it and understand it. But we come from a different vantage point when we're full in ourselves. Maybe we find this annoying thing, we can maybe laugh at it now. Who knows? Maybe the things that used to tear us down no longer do, because we spend this time understanding us and how our mind works and our brain, and just not allowing the external things to have so much weight on us. It can be heavy to be here because there are just so many things that can maybe be distractions, because we can get worked up, right? We can get worked up, and is that useful? Is it useful energy? Is it? That's a question for you. Just reflect on it. Is it useful for me to feel this way? And of course, feel it. Feel the feelings. We don't want it to be like this thing where it gets trapped in your... So if something gets trapped, say if something happens and it gets stuck, it kind of stunts the ability to expand even more. Because it's putting this blockage. It's like this kind of blockage, but within this expansion that you're experiencing and being able to grow as you. So it's kind of limited in what it can do. Right? It's probably more expansive than what it was, because it may have been smaller, but now there's this blockage. So this is why it's important to work through things that you feel are holding you back, and working just through them, having a different mindset on them, changing how you feel about them. Because then once this blockage is gone, we can keep and expand it. Because if we bypass the blockage, there's still so much energy going towards it. Do you see here, like from here, it's spiraling out, but there's so much energy still going towards this that you may feel a little bit expanded, but if you don't solve the root, the block, it's like a dam. Some things can overflow, right? And it can spill out. But this block is still there. But if we work on it, if we're able to expand us, go through this, dissolve it, then everything can free flow even more so. So this is why, even though things can happen to people, you can still feel this sense of expansion, feeling full, all these things connected. But maybe there is still some work to do for some people. That's why you can't feel it in this full capacity. But you can get there. There's always steps you can take. You just have to deal with the things that are not allowing you to be in your full expression. Because we need this. More people need this, right? And the more people come into contact with, more people that are open, that they can actually see in, and they're able to peer and see that there is this energy that is not so harsh. Harsh things can happen, but it doesn't make you a harsh person. So if you're not like this, and then other people see it and come into contact with it, and they understand this too for themselves, they're like, oh, wait a second. This is possible for me too. Because maybe they don't know. Maybe they're not able to connect to this because they've got so many blockages, right? And there can be many along the way. There can be many. They could be even stuck right here. They can't even get out of here because of the things that have happened. But if you're able to be like this, even like your family will benefit from it. Your people, your friends, people that you come into contact with will all benefit from this state of being, because things are flowing. for you, which allows them to feel like they can be more them too. Everything is affecting one another. So what can you do in your part in this? I'm going to say play. What can you do in your part in this state, in this life? What can you do? What is your contribution going to be? Is it to stay here? Or do you want to be this expansive self that you truly are? Like, this is the true thing. See, the blockages are things that happen in this world usually, or just mindset or ways of thinking about things, which essentially is mindsets that keep us stuck. But zoom out a little bit and think on the bigger macro scale. What impact do I want to have? And it doesn't have to be anything big, right? You don't have to be on stages speaking. You don't have to be open to be, I don't know, flown around the world, being on TV. It's not what this is about. It's like, what can you do in your world? In your world, to be able to impact all these things. So this domino effect, right? You decide how the dominoes fall. You've made the pattern of, those really extensive, elaborate courses that people do of dominoes. You decide how they fall, and you can change the trajectory if you intercept it, right? If you take one of the dominoes out, the rest aren't going to fall. And you can just redo the pattern of the first few ones and figure out how you want to impact.